look like she's trying to be something more than she should be as a rookie. I appreciate that, men's or women's, but passing like this, I'm talking about gifted LeBron-esque bounce passing.
Skip Bayless just dropped a bomb on the WNBA. He says Caitlin Clark should be MVP. A'ja Wilson, the reigning champ, isn't happy. But here's the crazy part. Clark's putting up numbers that'll make your head spin. We're talking 40 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds. That's not rookie stuff. That's MVP territory. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. You know what's crazier than A'ja's dominance? The fact that a rookie is putting up numbers that make seasoned pros look like amateurs. Enter Caitlin Clark, the storm that's been brewing in Indiana. This newcomer isn't just good. She's rewriting the record books and leaving everyone in her wake. Let's talk stats for a second. Clark is averaging 40 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds per game. That's not a typo. She's leading the entire WNBA in both points and assists. As a rookie, let that sink in. But it's not just about the numbers. Clark's got skills that are drawing comparisons to some of the greatest players in basketball history. Her passing, it's been called LeBron-esque. She's not just making plays, she's controlling the entire game with her court vision. And her shooting range, it's ridiculous.
Men's or women's, but passing like this, I'm talking about gifted LeBron-esque bounce passing.
Clark is hitting 37% from 30 to 34 feet. That's not just good, that's video game territory. She's stretching defenses to their breaking point, and there's nothing they can do about it. Now, you might be thinking, okay, great stats, but does it actually translate to wins? Oh, does it ever? The Indiana Fever were a mess last year, finishing with a 13-27 record. This year, they're sitting pretty at 18-6 and playoff bound. That's the Caitlin Clark effect, folks. But here's the thing. Clark isn't just good for a rookie. She's not just holding her own against the pros. She's redefining what's possible in the WNBA. We're watching a once-in-a-generation talent emerge right before our eyes. Think about it. How often do you see a player come into a professional league and immediately dominate? It's rare in any sport, but in basketball? It's almost unheard of. Yet here's Clark, making it look easy. Just when you thought the Clark hype couldn't get any bigger, along comes Skip Bayless with a match and a powder keg. Is the WNBA about to witness its biggest controversy yet? You bet it is. Picture this. Skip Bayless, the man who thrives on stirring up drama, drops a bombshell that shakes the WNBA to its core. He declares, Caitlin Clark is starting to push A'ja Wilson for MVP of this league, and I am not exaggerating. Boom! Just like that, the basketball world erupts. Now, you might be thinking, okay, it's just Skip being Skip. But hold on. This isn't your run-of-the-mill hot take. Bayless goes all in saying, I don't see anybody control a game the way Caitlin can. He's not just praising Clark, he's putting her on par with the reigning MVP, A'ja Wilson. And A'ja, she's not taking this lying down. When she hears about Bayless's comments, she goes ballistic. Can you blame her? This is her title, her league. She's the queen of the WNBA, and now some rookie is threatening to take it all away? A'ja's fury is palpable. It's like watching a volcano erupt in slow motion. But here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just about two players anymore. It's about the entire future of the WNBA. Bayless isn't just stirring the pot. He's cooking up a whole new recipe for women's basketball. He's saying, this isn't just about two players, it's about the future of the WNBA. And you know what? He might be right. This debate is splitting the basketball world in two. On one side, you've got the traditionalists. They're saying, look at A'ja's stats. Look at her track record. She's the MVP, no question. But on the other side, you've got people pointing to Clark's impact. They're asking, when was the last time you saw a rookie come in and change the game like this? It's not just about numbers anymore, it's about impact. It's about who's changing the game. And let's be real, Clark is doing things we've never seen before. She's not just playing well, she's redefining what's possible in women's basketball. But here's the thing, this debate isn't just happening in sports bars and on Twitter. It's happening in boardrooms. It's happening in marketing meetings.
She's having impact on her team that nobody else in the league is having on her team.
Because whoever wins this battle, whoever comes out on top as the face of the WNBA, they're going to shape the future of the league. Think about it. If Clark wins MVP as a rookie, it changes everything. It tells every young player out there, you don't have to wait your turn. You can come in and dominate from day one. But if Aja holds on to her crown, it cements her legacy as one of the greatest to ever do it. This isn't just about an award anymore, it's about respect. It's about legacy. It's about the future of women's basketball. Bayless knows it, Aja knows it, and now the whole world is watching to see how it plays out. You've got Aja, the established star, fighting to defend her throne. You've got Clark, the rookie phenom, trying to pull off the impossible. And in the middle, you've got the entire WNBA, watching as its future hangs in the balance. Think this drama's hit its peak? Think again. The upcoming face-offs between Wilson and Clark aren't just games. They're going to decide the future of the WNBA. And you won't believe what's at stake. Let's talk about these matchups. They're not your average regular season games. We're talking about battles that'll shape the soul of women's basketball. Wilson versus Clark. The reigning MVP against the rookie sensation. It's like watching two titans clash, and the whole league is holding its breath. But here's the thing. Aja Wilson isn't just fighting Clark. She's fighting her own demons too. Her team's been struggling, and now she's dealing with an injury. That's rough. How's she gonna defend her crown when she's not even sure if she'll be on the court? Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark? She's not just playing ball, she's changing the game. Get this. Clark's games are pulling in 617,000 viewers on average. That's more than some NBA games. Can you believe it? A rookie is out here making the WNBA must-see TV. And it's not just about the views. Clark's bringing in new fans, new sponsors. She's like a one-woman marketing machine for women's basketball. Every time she steps on the court, people are tuning in to see what she'll do next. But let's not count Aja out just yet. She's a fighter. You don't become MVP by giving up when things get tough. She's gonna come back stronger, hungrier. And when she does, watch out. The clash between her and Clark is gonna be epic. You know what's crazy? This rivalry isn't just good for Wilson and Clark. It's great for the entire WNBA. More viewers, more drama, more excitement. People who've never watched a women's basketball game in their life are suddenly glued to their screens. And that's the real game changer here. This isn't just about who wins MVP, it's about elevating the entire sport. Every time Wilson and Clark face off, they're not just playing for themselves. They're playing for the future of women's basketball. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a rookie come in and immediately challenge the league's best player? It's unheard of. But that's exactly what's happening here, and it's making everyone sit up and take notice. The WNBA's been fighting for respect for years. Now, thanks to this rivalry, they're getting it, big time. You've got sports analysts debating WNBA matchups like their NBA Finals games. You've got fans arguing over who's the real MVP. This is the kind of attention the league's been dreaming of. But here's where it gets really interesting. This rivalry isn't just changing how people see the WNBA, it's changing how the players see themselves. You've got rookies watching Clark and thinking, if she can do it, why can't I? And you've got veterans looking at Wilson, seeing how she handles the pressure and stepping up their own game. It's like the whole league is leveling up, and we're all here to witness it. This isn't just good basketball. This is history in the making.